Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is the Kerrie Erwin Spirit Show, and I'm with my beautiful guest tonight, Violet Storm, who will be joining me. We have a wonderful program tonight. We're talking about past lives and how they can affect us. Anyway, first of all, I'd like to do a shout out for all our friends in Lismore who are going through the floods, and all our friends in Queensland. We'd like to say lots of warm hugs and kisses to everyone. We hope you guys are okay. And I've got my peace candle burning here. I decided to get a bigger one because it's also a shout out for the people in the Ukraine. We wish you loads of love and we ask for peace to come. So hi everyone, so welcome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get right into it, and it's very exciting times because we're coming into the period of Aries. So all the Aries people out there, hello, I'm an Aries as well. So we're fire signs, so we're always on the go. But we'll have Violet telling us all about the full moon on Friday. So we'll get the cards going. So number one card, the first card we're getting is called the Cat. This is the Cat card. I love cats. If you've chosen this card today, it's basically saying that you really need to be independent and you need to strike out on your own and stop being codependent with other people. If you're thinking of a new business or you're thinking about, getting away from an old partner or starting something new, now's the time. You don't have to have your whole entourage of bad people any longer. Also, if you've got toxic people around you, it's now time to cut the ties. Honestly, sometimes we feel that we have to help people and often they'll just use us and they don't really care about us. So really think about the cat. The cat is very independent and, they hold their own cats, don't they? And they don't need anyone to tell them what to do. The second card we've got tonight is the Roadrunner. I used to love that show, Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner. Meep, here we go. To all the Roadrunner people out there, this is number 2 card. And this is talking about having a sense of humour. You're probably being sort of very serious of late. Everything's getting too much for you. So I always suggest of a night time before you go to sleep, watch some funny shows. Like I'm a big fan of Malcolm in the Middle or Seinfeld or anything like that. Anything that makes me just laugh. Entourage, those sort of late night shows are really good to watch, especially when you've had a really hard day, Don't get bogged down in watching, sort of doomy, gloomy shows at this period of time because we do have a big war in the world, and also we've got the floods, so everyone's a little bit down, and we've got the election coming up as well. So, it's about having a sense of humour, this card. And, don't take life so serious. The third card, if you picked it, is the Humpback Whale, the beautiful Humpback Whale. And that's really talking about, music, songs, things that make you really feel good. The Humpback Whale is all about music, singing, chanting, listening to music and just lifting up your vibration is the Humpback Whale. That's what it is. And then lastly, we have the polar bear. Now, the polar bear is a very majestic animal, just like the whale. And the polar bear is telling us to stand up for yourself, speak your truth, and if you're hanging on to anything, just let it go. Also, with the polar bear, if you're starting to feel, independent and strong, you really want to speak your truth and you want to walk your talk, if you want to cut the ties with people, I have some great meditations called Cutting the Ties on my website. It's free. You just have to Google Kerrie Erwin. Or I also have past lives if you want to have a go with that. And I'll be talking about past lives tonight. So there you go, the 4 cards. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's just a little bit of lift me up in this time. And we'll get Violet on now. And I'll just pass the peace candle over to you, Violet.
Oh, it's a beautiful piece candle.
That was actually given to me by a very good friend.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? See, look how big it is.
It's large.
It's also really good to have on an altar. I call it my angel candle. And I'm going to keep this going until the war's over. You need to come in a little bit. We can't see you. She always tries to hide in the corner.
I'm edging out of her screen.
Yes, I know. Yes. It's not allowed. So I'll put that over there.
It's beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
It is. Look, I think it's a time where we need peace in the world and we need these things to happen.
And whenever you're going through hard times, everyone, just light a candle and surrender it to the angels, to your guides, and to the beings of higher energy, because sometimes life gets pretty hard. So anyway, tell us all about the Aries new moon on Friday.
So we've got this
Yeah.
Aries new moon stepping into place on the 1st of April. And Aries, like Kerrie herself is, I've got to get that birth date out of you.
Yeah.
And we're stepping into Aries. Now, Aries is a very honest sign. It's very much about honesty. It steps forward with its truth. It likes to make sure, it's a very fair sign, but it tends to say what it's feeling. So it doesn't like to pent up its emotions. It kind of comes at you and says, this is how I see it, this is how it is. So Aries is a very direct sign. And it's a really great sign for people wanting to get things done, wanting to achieve goals. So when we see this new moon, because the new moon's about the new energy, it's about starting. And so with this nice fire and honesty behind it, it can really burn through situations like court hearings, finding justice to certain matters. So if you're going through things and you're waiting for an outcome, Aries new moon really starts to push us in the directions of outcomes. It's also starting to see the truth. So if you've been thinking that things are undercover or there's lies floating about, that Aries will cut through it, burn through it, and find the truth always. They always know, they always see. And it's in the characteristics as well as it's in the planets. Okay?
Yes.
And it's really that Mars energy. So we really feel that sort of the war vibrations. Like, don't cross them, they're coming at you. And so...
what can I say?
It's a real direct. So we've all needed this energy. We've all really needed a fresh change. We've all needed that breeze of honesty. And we're starting to see the truths in politics. We're starting to see the truths of things.
True. It's amazing what you read with the politics, my God.
So you're starting to really see curtains being drawn back. This is Aries all over. It gets to the bottom of things.
It does.
And it really kind of exposes truths and moves us forward because they're driven. And so the energy of Aries is to move, to drive it forward. So I think we all need that. We've been feeling really waterlogged and with the floods and really stuck with COVID and everything's kind of been really weighing down. So this is a really forward moment push. So if you want to put your manifestations out, you've got some battles coming up you really want to see justice in. Like Kerrie, light a candle for peace, light a candle for justice. Light a candle to see the truth of situations and start working with this energy that's stepping forward.
I think with this new energy, it's coming up anyway.
It is.
There's so many truths in the world. Everything seems to be so transparent at the moment. You can just sort of see people, you can read people, you're a lot clearer because we've just been through like two years of a reflection.
Yeah, we have.
Or what I call a reset, which has actually been very productive in many ways because we've had time to sort of sit back, reflect on what we need to do. And we've actually had a reset, which has been quite incredible. And also this working from home, I love it.
I do too.
I don't have to drag myself to the office anymore. I can stay at home and it's fast, it's quick, and you can read for people all over the world, can't you?
Yes, well, that's definitely occurring. I'm just getting used to the time zone factor.
Yes, I know, but it's great, isn't it? But, one thing you have to do, though, when you do have your own business, you really need to use boundaries, don't you?
Yeah, boundaries is definitely something. And look, even as I was talking to Kerrie tonight, I'm someone who has to learn those boundaries all the time. I'm always going to Kerrie, what do you think about this? She's like, boundaries.
Yes, you have to. Look, if you want to get in contact with any of us, you don't ring us up and have a chat. You don't text us. You just email us through the website because we are very busy.
Yeah.
So it's just remembering that. I know everyone gets busy, but it's about sort of stopping and thinking about, about other people.
And I think that's been a lesson for myself, and I'm sure it's a lesson for everybody else out there. So
for sure. So remember, boundaries are healthy.
They are. So don't be scared to set them. I'll be doing it with you. We'll be all doing it together in this Aries season.
We just have to remember it. But what I want to talk about today is past life regression.
Absolutely.
Yes, I've studied with probably for about 15 years on and off with different academies, the Michael Newton Institute, the Dolores Cannon, and I can't think of all the academies. There were so many. Brian Weiss was another one, and mostly Americans.
Yeah.
And I learnt a lot because I've always been drawn to past lives, because past life therapy, it can actually help you with any blocks you have with your health,
Absolutely.
with your love life, with money, for example. You know, you
Mhm.
can't break the cycle of being poor. Or, for example, you're always having problems with your lungs or health, for example, with health. And I'm pretty sure that's to do with, I've done a lot of lung problems with past life, and I've found drownings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it can be anything really: money, love, health, anything in your life where you feel stuck, confused. And sometimes you can attract these past life situations,
Mm.
especially if you've had a life that was quite traumatic. You can pass these energies in so nothing goes right in this life.
Yeah, it's true. I did a fascinating one with Kerrie a while back. Did a great session because I was born with my legs very much inturned with severe eye conditions. I've had 7 eye operations, lots of kind of strange little defects, weird bones growing in my ears. We did a great regression, didn't we? And what came out was that I had been something that kind of had more bent feet. I'd been in darkness for quite a bit of time. And so it really explained why I struggled with some of these things in this lifetime.
Well, it was actually a lifetime from another planet.
It was.
Because
It
Violet,
came through.
Violet by myself is a hybrid soul. Hybrid souls are people that have lived on other planets, and it comes through in the memories, because we store all the memories in our soul, lifetime after lifetime. Because when you die, you go into the spirit world. You usually got a guide or a guardian angel or someone to take you. Sometimes relatives can take you over too.
True.
And they take you into the spirit world, and you get all your lessons and the life review, and then you have healing, and you look at all the lessons and all the learning that you did on planet Earth, which is actually a big stage. But sometimes when you reincarnate back again, you will often have these problems. Not often, but you'll have these problems which are so ridiculous, and you can go to counselling, and you can do all these things, and you never get any result. And it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do, because with past life regression, it's kind of like a meditation.
Yes.
And people say to me, oh yeah, but I still knew what was going on. Of course you did. You're not going to sleep.
Yeah,
You're listening.
Not.
You're telling me the story. I'm just the taxi driver. So, the client describes, oh my God. I say, look at your feet. Oh my God, I haven't got anything on. Or, but I can see I'm dressed funny, but I'm not a male, I'm a female.
Yeah.
Or then again, we could have problems in our childhood.
And sometimes you just regress back to
your childhood. Could be
wherever
11,
the problem is.
What's stopping me from moving forward in a loving soulmate relationship? Why can't I have loving, lifestyle, a lifestyle loving relationship? It's generally because it could be from the parents.
Yeah, look, we do see this
something that you pass through.
Timeline work, which is something that I do a lot of, which is just age regression, like Kerrie's talking about.
Yes.
And you see it where the child doesn't feel like the parent is giving them any time, or dad's always counting the money or the bills. I had a wonderful eye opener with a very young client who had taken on the burden of feeling the need to buy a house for the parents.
There you go. So it carries on the pattern.
Yeah, and so she carried that from a very young age.
Yes, it's interesting how you can have all these problems, and with a session you can remove things. Like with you, it was about sort of entrapment, wasn't it?
It was about slavery.
Slavery, yes. How you were allowing people to walk over you.
Yeah, it was about slavery.
And no hard feelings for the people who did that. It's just, oh my God, I didn't realise I didn't have to be a slave.
That's right.
It's just, it doesn't make you resentful. It doesn't make you sad. It doesn't make you angry.
It's actually like...
It's a wake-up call.
It's a wake-up. It actually relieves a big... And I can talk from experience here for anyone looking at this. It really takes a weight out of you, and you no longer have these cords attached to, I need to do this or I need to do that for someone, or because that was me constantly. Kerrie will tell you, I've got to be here, Kerrie, I've got to go there, I've got to do that. And so when we removed it, and it was buried so deep, I just like, oh, great. It's not there anymore.
I know, but, and it's very subtle, but sometimes, with these spiritual teachers, like say love relationships and, you can't let them go because you may have had some past life with them. It doesn't mean you have to be with them in this life, seriously.
Yeah,
And
true.
It's like people you meet, you think, oh my God, I've got a really strong attraction. But if you go back to the past life, hey, it was pretty horrible. Doesn't mean you have to be with that person.
Yeah.
And people say, well, how can I get rid of the person? So sometimes you can offer a past life so they can actually look at the situation. But the general thing to do with getting rid of people, negative energy and bad experience is just cutting the ties.
So true.
It's a very simple thing to do. I've got it on my website. You can download it or look at it in the audio section. Yep. You do it in your practice.
I do.
You just cut the ties that bind you. It's a very effective exercise, and that actually cuts the energy, cuts the energy, and it goes, and then it allows you to experience wonderful, beautiful people that are more on your vibration. Yep. Because the more work you do on yourself, the more people will go.
That's true.
But you'll attract good ones in. You mightn't have like 20 friends anymore, but you might have 2 really good ones or 1 really good one, and even animals are very good friends.
Oh,
because they're companion souls. So who do you see the most, the cat or your friends?
Well, my cats.
Of course you do.
My cats.
Yes, because they don't gossip, they don't talk.
No, and in fact,
and they're very loving.
Ginger's taken to making himself present for every reading. He's taking the reading. He's there when the students come in for class. He guides everyone in.
Yes.
He's in charge.
Look, my cat died, Sophia, and I'm still traumatised because I found myself patting my dressing gown the other night while I was watching TV. I thought it was the cat, but it was me. I was patting myself, my dressing gown. Wow. But animals are funny things, and we can have past life with them as well. Don't forget, they have a consciousness because they also have chakras, and sometimes they come in as a soulmate or what we call a companion soul.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've done past lives with all my cats, and most of them were horses.
Interesting.
I had in American Indian past lives. And also I had one guy come up, I've probably told this story so many times. He came up from Melbourne because he couldn't get over his dog, who was his best friend. So his fiancée sent him up to Sydney to have a past life and get in contact with his dog. So he brought the dog through, and then we looked at the connection with the dog. Anyway, he would have had at least 5 lifetimes where they were best friends. They were soldiers in a war. They were, it was his horse, it was not his wife, that was just matey. It was a matey type of relationship. A companion soul, but he was human as well.
It's beautiful. I believe that. Sometimes the way they look at me,
they're very knowing. But you're a good green witch, so you're always going to have a cat. It mightn't be black though,
Do you know, I've had black cats and they turn up. My parents used to look at me and they go, another cat has arrived on our doorstep. Where are these cats coming from? Yes. And yet again, I have 2 sort of stray cats, and they seem to find me. Even a dog found me the other day who was lost. That's funny. Yes. Animals find me, and I go into saving animals, The
other thing I've got to say is, with past lives, anyone can have them. Like my experience, I've always felt like I was a Viking, and I never fitted in. I hate the heat. Like even now I've got the air conditioner.
She's got it on freezing.
I'm always hot. So I'm not one of these people that will go to Bali and wear a tiny little bikini, because otherwise I'd be in the water all day. I cannot stand the heat. It kills me. Anyway, I used to dream about the snow, and living on the south coast, there is no snow. And I used to tell my mother, and she said, what are you talking about? There's no snow on the south coast. You're making it up. Anyway, when I finished my nursing, I was 20 years old. I jumped on a plane and I ended up in Scandinavia, where I stayed for many years. And I could speak the language straight away. No one could understand. How can you speak the language only after a couple of months? It was so familiar. And everywhere I looked, it's like I belonged. The food, the people, the landscape, the snow, the ice. The work was even easier. Even the medicine was easy. And it was the fact that I've lived so many lifetimes in that lifetime. Adjusting. So living in this lifetime, I never fitted in. Anyway, so I thought I was this super brain, and nobody had ever told me. So I went and saw a psychologist when I came back to get a past life, and she said, No, you're not a master brain, Kerrie. You're smart, but you're not a master brain. You've just been a Viking in most of your past lives. And I really?
So you've travelled the world
Yes.
raiding Viking people.
And we've had Viking lifetimes. Come on, Violet. You do. We've taken down those Scottish people, haven't we?
Yes, I think I've done a few trials around there.
Yes.
I have the same thing when I go to bed. Doesn't matter, summer, winter. I have to have the air conditioning on. I have to have all the blankets, and I have to get in the room. It has to be ice cold. It just feels natural to me. So I wonder if a few of you out there have a few of these things that go on, just the things that you've got to have a certain way. They only work a certain way for you.
And I used to think, I wonder why so many people hate me. I always seem to attract these horrible people, but I probably just stabbed them in the guts in a past life, I'd say.
You've probably been on a Viking raid and they're
probably killed them all.
you down.
They're coming back. Well, actually, that puts me on the point of one of my daughters. I did a past life on her, and she could never meet a boyfriend. She was having problems with boys all the time.
Yeah.
And there was this guy who was chasing her. He was like a stalker. And she said, so I did a past life, and she saw this person in the past life, and he had actually murdered her.
Oh, wow.
So, we quickly got rid of him. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, it's that reoccurring pattern. Anyone out there got something that it just keeps repeating.
Reoccurring.
And going round and round.
Why do I feel stuck?
Yeah.
Why do I feel blocked? Why can't I get my life together?
Yep.
Why aren't I successful? Why do all my businesses go wrong?
Why do I attract the same men or the same
Psychos.
women? Yep.
Why can't I be loved?
Yeah.
And why can't I be successful and then suddenly get slammed down? Why do I attract all these horrible people? It's generally because you're not a bad person. It's a simple fact that you probably stabbed them in the guts in your Viking lifetimes, I say.
Yeah.
Or cut their head off.
We don't know. You might.
Because karma's a bitch, isn't it?
I saw a great comment in there from someone, and they said they did this past life, and she'd always had an issue with feeling like she was being couldn't
strangled.
have things around her neck.
Yes.
She said she did this past life, and someone
cut
the
her head
past
off.
life said to her she was like Mary Antoinette, going up and having her head chopped off.
But she wouldn't have been Mary Antoinette.
No.
That's the other thing I wanted to touch on.
Yes, we should.
So amazing when people say to me, oh my God, I was Cleopatra in a past life. Or
the
I was
chances are low.
or whatever. Yeah, sure, I was the Queen of England. I was probably just the scullery maid downstairs or whatever, even though I do like beautiful things. But, it's not what you think. That's a lot of ego-driven stuff, or people who say they're Jesus.
Yeah.
I've met a few people like that. I think it's because they get caught so much up in the energy, and they're actually in the lifetime of Jesus.
Yes, I believe that's true.
Back in the day. So they think they're Jesus when actually they could have just been the water boy or someone just sitting in his audience when he was talking about the loaves of bread and turning wine into water at all the speeches and the miracles that he used to do.
Sometimes what's happening there is you're in the era, like Kerrie said, you're in the era of these people, or you're part of the collective group of these people. Being one of these, it's impossible for you to have been one of these people. It's just when you start hearing it one after the other, it's not everyone's had it. And I've heard the theory, collective consciousness. What I'd say to you is it's more like Kerrie saying you've been in the era, you may have been in the presence of the breaking of the bread, you may have been on the gallows that day or in the collective group. So yes, it's possible that energy is coming through and you're seeing it. How it's being interpreted may not necessarily be 100%.
Correct. Now, the other thing people say is I can't make choices. So a really good thing for that is to do a clearing. Yeah. Like do a simple meditation or just gently close your eyes where you take 3 deep breaths and then you just see yourself in a white bubble. And when you see yourself in the white bubble, you might just turn your head to the left and you might see a shadow or someone standing there like an angel, but nothing should be there. So you tell it to go into the light, go into the light, go into the Holy Spirit, and then it'll leave. And then you turn to the next side. Then you turn to the front, repeating the same thing, and then the back. And then you expand your energy once the room is clear, and you bring it back in. You wrap a beautiful white light around you in a blue cloak. Now that's a really good exercise for people that have got a lot of clutter. They can't make decisions. Usually they know, but often people get emotional, don't they?
They do.
So that's a really good exercise to do.
That strategy that Kerrie just gave you, It's one of the best.
It works because it's actually you're clearing out your aura and all the
Mhm.
clutter. It's like a cluttered home. You know, when you walk into a home and you see all
Yep.
the mess everywhere and you can't think, nothing's happening,
Mhm.
the air smells, and just people are going round and round in circles. And even the hoarders, you know, when
Yep.
you're hoarders,
Yep.
people hoarders, they can't move anywhere because they've got this ongoing blockages all the time. So the aura, you need to clear the aura. Clear
Yep.
your aura. And another really good thing to do when making decisions is go for a run.
It does work.
Going for a run's really good, or exercise, because it actually lifts up the endorphins.
Yeah.
And then after that, often, you know, I'm a writer, so often I do a lot of exercise during the day or swimming, and I think of all these things. Suddenly, like, my channel opens up and all this energy starts to come in.
Yep.
And you get all these fantastic ideas. But, you
I
know,
love it.
past life regression is something I think everyone should try.
Definitely. I really believe
Some people
that.
say, oh, no, but I can't be hypnotized. It's just like a meditation.
Yep.
It's very simple. It's not like the stage hypnotherapy where,
No.
okay, in 3 seconds you're going to be a duck.
No.
That's a different type.
Yeah.
It's very, very good, though, very effective. You should check it out.
It's accessing the super consciousness, the part of your mind.
That's all it is. Because we live in the conscious mind. And when we do past life regression or any sort of hypnotherapy, we're going into the subconscious mind, which takes us into that dream state. And as I was saying, a lot of people say, you know, I can't be hypnotized. It's rubbish. You don't have to actually see anything, but you can certainly feel things.
That's such a good
what
point.
have you got on your feet? Oh, I feel I've got a pair of shiny shoes on. Or some people might even be cartoon characters.
Yep.
But you still go along. There's still some blockage, and your mind might be able to fathom what went on, but it might put you in a little character, like a little leprechaun or a little character, you know, to make it sort of not so hard for you to actually find out what was going on.
And the truth, like Kerrie said, in hypnosis or in trance state, you are completely in control of your function and action. It's not that you're in some insecure space or something really bad's going to happen to you, like Kerrie's saying. You're completely there. You've just gone into this deeper state and you're bringing your own healing out.
Yeah, and it's really good because you're actually healing yourself, because we're just helping you to have access to the subconscious mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is incredible. It's incredible stuff.
Yep.
And, you know, like, you never stop learning, and you help so many people. And as I said, I've got some free meditations in my audio section.
Jump on to Kerrie's Pure View website. Jump
and
on, I'll put it in the comments, and they're free downloads for you guys to just use daily, start to open up, start to access some tools, alternative work and alternative healing. There's really so much on offer. You know, there really is so much that you can gain.
And it's wonderful learning, because you learn so much about yourself.
Yeah, you do.
You really do. And, you know, the more information that you learn, the more you can progress with your cycle.
That's right.
Taking it to a higher vibration, attracting better things in your life, opportunities. No one has to miss out. No one. Because when you do take the time to do work on yourself, it's like people who train their body.
Absolutely.
You can actually train your mind, and you can attract great abundance. So there's no excuse for people to be poor or suffer bad luck all the time.
I think we've got some other Vikings here. Amy Bass said,
hello, Vikings.
She said, I hate the heat too.
Yes, I know. Well, just protect yourself is what I'm going to say. Okay, we're going to do readings now. We're going to do one card reading. So you ready to go?
Yes, we are.
So
Donnie Schmidt. Donnie Smith says,
okay,
card please.
Yes.
Okay.
For you.
Woo! We're heading into some nice new business ventures there, and lots of exciting things to come. I feel that you've got new beginnings, making new deals and new contracts as you move forward this year. Congratulations.
Okay, I've got Toots, is it?
Who have you got here? Linda Rose. Maybe Toots was up there.
I had Toots. This is the Toots. This is called the world. You've come to a time of completion. So you've been very successful with your life, but now I feel it's time for you to sort of step forward. You may be sort of deciding to do something new, is what I'm getting, because I feel that you've got an incredible mind, and you like change, you like doing new things. So I'm getting that you've come to a completion in one part of your life, so you've got something new coming, and you've got great rewards. So really go for anything that you want, you know, like be the road runner, have a bit of fun, laugh, joy, and just go for anything you want because it's all there. Have a positive attitude.
Amy Ann. Amy Ann. Oh, Amy Ann, we got the Tower. So Tower is one of my cards that I do like, even though it looks really kind of out there. I call it the clearing of the ground. It means that structures that have not been so stable, I keep hearing the word work around you, things are sort of clearing the ground so that you can make a new way forward. I feel that there's been a lot of chaos around a few things going on, and it's actually time to clear out that negativity and move on to positivity.
Okay, Diane Wood, I've got the Devil card for you, which isn't a bad thing. This is just saying that you might have some negative people around you. You might have to give the house a sage out, or you might be overthinking something that, really doesn't make sense. And also the Devil card can be addictions.
It can.
It can be addiction. So, you might need to look at your diet. You might look at the, not getting enough sleep, not looking after yourself. It's just something like that. It's basically a wake-up call that you're not really nurturing yourself. So I feel this is time for you to really concentrate on yourself and have a look at your life and what you're doing and what's around you.
Okay. Sharon McIntosh. Hope I've said that right, Sharon. The Hanged Man. Time to look at situations in a different light. It's time to step back from the chaos and the noise, take a step away, and actually just kind of be a little bit silent. Don't get involved. Don't say too much. Don't give your secrets away, and have a look at things. This thing's sort of spinning around your home and relationship sort of sector that says you need to step away and take a different look at things.
Okay, the next card I'm getting, this is for Ellen Bern. Hello, Ellen. How are you? And welcome. I've got the High Priestess card for you. So this is about you trusting your gut feelings and your intuition. I feel that you may have changes coming in your life, and you need to start to reflect on what you want to do or where you want to go. And this may be around your work and also just thinking about you. Also, I feel that you may be sort of having dreams or strange dreams as well. And maybe these dreams are telling you things in your life. So try and record them before you get out of the bed. But you've always had a really good feeling about people. You really understand people, the way they walk, what they think, and you're pretty good at sort of picking out what people are like around you. So you just need to extend that a little bit further and start to look at situations around you.
Nice. Peggy Carnes, I like your little message, please see me. I must have just drawn my eye, please see me, Peggy Carnes. I'm going to give you the Chariot. And I'm going to give you this Chariot, and you would have seen that it came out a little bit on the reverse side. What I'm going to say is you need to make some headway in things. It's like you've gotten yourself a little bit stuck, and that energy that you've been waiting on for a shift will actually kind of start to move forward. But you also need to just start seeing some more positives around you. There seems to be just this energy that's kind of holding you back from what you need to do. And I'm just going to say to you, sometimes you have to say things that people don't like and do things that people aren't going to clap you for to get where you need to go.
Okay, I've got a card from Mel Burrow. This is called the Wheel of Fortune. I love this card, but this is talking about big changes on a karmic level are happening for you now, and I feel they're basically very good.
Yeah,
it's sort
beautiful.
It sort of relates to the fire in the moon on Friday, on the full moon. So maybe it's time. It may be a really good thing for you, darling, to go out into the moonlight and really soak up that energy, because you've got some beautiful changes coming up, which are really positive, really happy, and you can do it, and you're going to make it happen, because when you get going, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one, that one. What have we got there? Alan Byrne says to you, Kerrie, thank you, so spot on. Very nice. Thanks for that, Alan.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's go. Nita Lyons. Can I have a card, please? Here I am with one of my all-time favorites. I can't find him kind of sexy, the Hermit. This is a time of deep reflection. It's a time of retreat. It's a time of moving away from the noise of the world and taking a deeper reflection into self. Something around you keeps saying to me this word, study or training. It keeps coming up for me. And I think we're reflecting, pulling back from the world a little bit and kind of doing more for ourselves.
Okay, I picked a card for Nita Leons. You've got the Death card. So this is all about you're going through some sort of ending or transition in your life where it might feel a little bit sad, it might feel a little bit gloomy, doomy, but actually it's a very good thing because they're showing me when one door closes, another door opens. So I feel it's a very exciting time for you. And I can see you sort of marching forward and thinking, well, I know I have to get on with this. I feel that you know this was coming. I'm also you're getting a lot of support from a male in the spirit world. Could have been a grandfather or a father figure is what I'm getting, very loving. And I'm hearing go girl, because these changes are actually going to be a very strong and beautiful transitional time for you.
Eliza Hodgson. Eliza. That's a lovely name. I nearly named one of my girls
Really?
Eliza.
That's a
I
beautiful
was really
name.
taken to it. It reminded me, I think it might have been of Oliver or something. Anyway, you've got the Sun card, Eliza, which is what we want to all see in life. We want to see those happy outcomes start to come together. I really do feel that you've got a bit of the money increases around you. We've got some good fortune stepping into play here. And I really do get the sunshine, almost like I'm doing some fun things for myself this year. I could expect to see a trip and a little bit of money coming your way.
Okay, Jolene. I've got a card for Jolene. This is called the Hanged Man. It's actually, I feel you're in a situation where things are kind of the same. Like there might have been a bit of excitement before, but you're sort of stagnant at the moment. It's sort of, you're not a person who likes to be stagnant. So I feel this card is actually showing you, hey, maybe it's time to do something on your own. Maybe something for you to do, make a little bit of changes, speak up about a situation you're not happy about. And because I feel that you're going round around the corner in some aspects of your life. So it's about speaking up with your partner or to a loved one, or telling them, what you want, what you feel, and what you see, how you see yourself in the future. It's not just about them. So really speak up and speak your truth, because I'm getting that you need to strike while the iron's hot. I also feel there may be a father in the spirit world sending his love and giving you lots and lots of cuddles and love. So I feel you're feeling very brave, very, very brave. And also you need to pace yourself, because I feel you get tired a lot.
I'm going to go with Tanya King Hapakuku. I hope I've said that right, Tanya. I saw you before and kind of the screen moves so quickly. So if we've missed you, just have to keep pumping it because it flicks at us so fast. So Tanya King Hapakuku, justice. I feel that this is about outcomes coming your way. I also do get a deep sense of legal, and I do get a sense that we've got some documents being signed off or something being signed and delivered, sealed and delivered, keeps coming to me. So I actually see this as a literal thing for you, as a balance of things coming to a calm point moving forward.
This is for Angie Lee Rose. This is about the Fool. There's new beginnings for you with something in your life. I feel you've had a lot of changes, and I feel you may be a little bit overwhelmed, but I actually feel it's very exciting times. And I can actually feel your family sort of moving forward with lots of new beginnings for everyone in the family, the children, the husband, your parents and everyone. There's new beginnings, and I'm getting breakthroughs. And I do feel that there's a very busy time coming up for you, but I feel you're more in control of what's going on instead of you being controlled all the time. Okay, what we're going to do now, I think is there anyone who'd like to ask some questions about our talk before we move on?
Yep, everyone's welcome to throw some questions up. And while Kerrie takes those, I'm going to jump into some of your other
past
questions.
Life regression. So there's any questions, we can answer those together, yeah? Any past life regression questions?
Yeah, anyone
past
who's
life
got
regression questions. Is there anyone out there that would like to say something about past lives or ask any questions?
You might be looking at it as the Akashic Records, the Book of Life. It's all in the same sort of category as past lives too.
So we're giving you the opportunity to ask your questions now.
Yep, we've seen so many wonderful questions. Thank you, everyone. I haven't missed them.
Right, I know you all want to read, but are there any questions? Yeah, I think most people just want a reading.
They're dying for all their answers to things, and lots of lovely, look at that, all the thank yous. Thank you,
thank
you guys.
You, everyone. Thanks
We've
for
got
joining
some
us.
new followers tonight. I saw a lady in those comments, Mel, who said that she's joined us.
Great. Did we give a card reading for Mel?
No, we didn't.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, Mel, I saw you on there and you said, first time I've just found you with a smiley face. Here you go.
There you go, reading for you.
Chariot for you, Mel. And the chariot is that forward motion, making the right path. You're on the right road finally. And then you found us, so you're on the right road. And you're moving ahead nicely. It's called making headway this year. You might not be in a Ferrari heading up the hill, but you're certainly heading up the hill this year.
What does that say? Are there lines on neck from past lives?
Let me see. Did I live in medieval times?
Look, I feel if you dreamt about it and you feel it, you probably have, because with past lives, it's all about what you're attracted to. So there you go.
Yeah.
So you probably have, like, it's like when you travel, like, oh my God, everything's so familiar. All the streets in England. I even remember Smith Street, or there's Edward Street over there, and there's Queen Street. Oh my God, I may have even lived here. You probably have.
Yep, feels familiar. There's a lot of people here would like to. Lines on the neck, indications of past life, Kerrie.
Right.
That would be a specific sort of psychic.
Could be. Often wounds or scars are caused by past lives.
Birthmarks.
Yes, birthmarks. I've got a scar on my mouth. It's actually covered, but it's a big scar. And I feel that was probably from a past life, or especially birthmarks. Yes, they're probably, where you could have been injured. You'll often bring it in, or you may have had problems with your legs, and sometimes you may bring that in, or, but these children that, are really badly have, challenge, children that are challenged that come in, you might see them as cerebral palsy. Is that the right word?
Cerebral palsy.
Palsy, cerebral palsy, or you might see them, like really bad. These children actually come into those bodies for the what do you call it? For the experience.
It is. It's for the ascension.
Those children choose those bodies to have the life there. And if babies come in and they die, or they don't very quickly, when children die, or stillborns or children like that, they usually go straight back to the spirit world, because they're actually here to teach the parents a lesson.
That's right.
It's about a spiritual contract, no matter how sad it is. But often when you see these amazing souls in these terrible deformed bodies, mentally challenged, they're very high vibrations, and they've actually chosen those bodies so that they can experience a lifetime on earth with all the struggles and all the challenges. And I've actually got a brother who's mentally challenged, and it's terrible. He was born normal, and then he had a big accident, and he struggled his whole life, but he's brought in so much love to our family. He's the glue that keeps our family together.
It's 100% how we look at things. And being a child that, admittedly, I didn't have cerebral palsy or MS, but being a child that didn't walk very well, couldn't see very well, I didn't learn to read or write properly till around about the age of 10. I didn't really have good knowledge of that until 12 even. Struggled, pushed in cupboards, was called all sorts of lovely names because I couldn't get around. I used to cling to books because I was so desperate to be able to read.
So suppressed.
And my mother used to constantly say, you've come to be a child of love.
There you have. Isn't that beautiful? But then, once you work on yourself, you can actually free yourself of that contract.
I had a military.
You don't have to keep that contract.
No. And I had a military father who I'm sure I've had many contracts with in this lifetime, who literally used to turn my legs and put me in clogs and insist,
on helping you.
Insist, and did the eye operation.
Imagine how stressful it was for them.
I'm sure.
So,
grateful.
But there comes a point where you can actually change the karma, you can actually change the contract.
Yep.
So there's always hope for everyone. Okay, I think we need to do some readings now.
We do. I'm going to start you with that one.
I can feel the energy coming as my eyes are starting to go. Okay, Andrea Roach. Missing my daughter. She's in heaven. She's got any message for me, please. The first thing I feel with you, Andrea, I feel your daughter was very sort of progressive little soul. She was very bright, very happy. And I don't know whether she liked music or songs, because I can actually hear singing in the background next to you. And I feel she also leaves you little messages. She's telling me she didn't suffer, is what she's saying. She didn't suffer at all, and she sends her love, and I can hear singing in the background. And she's telling me that there's going to be a few changes for you, and she's talking about some sort of travel. I don't know if you're going anywhere, because I know you probably don't feel like it, missing your daughter Andrea, but I feel there's some sort of trip or something you're going to do. And I also see some connection with England around you, so I don't know what that is. But you will find the way through the dark time. Through the dark time, you will find the way. Your daughter comes, it's like a little angel. Lee, please, Kerrie, can I have a relationship reading for advice? With you, Lee, I'm feeling that you may be having difficulties with your partner or with your husband or someone that's giving you a hard time. And it's almost like you're feeling like very depressed. It's almost like there might be a bit of a control thing going on in your life where you sort of attract people that may control you, suppress you, or stop you from moving forward, is what I'm getting. And I feel that you can break free of that. I feel you need to think back and, what happened in your childhood or when did this control issue around you happen, because you can definitely change that. I feel that you're a very wise soul. You've got a lot of wisdom, and I feel you're very good at work you do. But it's almost like you never have the opportunity to really move forward and do what you need to do. So now's the time to do it. And don't get involved with toxic people around you, because it's not a very good thing. And don't say negative all the time, and understand that you can change your life and you can get out of the rut that you've made. You need to do that. There's no one who can do it for you. You need to do that. So it's time is what I'm going. So just start with little things. You don't have to do big things straight away. Some things are a little subtle. Or, this week I'm going to walk 20 minutes a day. Or next week I'm going to walk 40, or something like that. You need to do. You need to give yourself little tasks so you can actually move forward, is what I'm getting. Elisa Hodgkinson, I feel overwhelmed at home. What can I do? Advice, please. Look, I feel with you being overwhelmed, I feel that you kind of need to get outside, get some fresh air. I feel you really need to feel the sunshine, is what I'm getting. Also, I feel that you need to start to go through your house and really clear out that clutter. And that can even start in your bedroom or your cupboard, your clothes cupboard. And when you start to throw out things that you've accumulated for ages, you'll feel lighter and lighter. I know whenever I'm stuck in my life, what I do is I just start to remove things, get rid of the clutter, get someone to get you some fresh flowers or get them yourself, and I feel you feel a lot better. And also, what I'm being told is you really need to give the house a smoke out or a sage and get rid of any negative energy that may be lingering. Because I feel there's some sort of interference around you, is what I'm getting. So how you do that is you close all the windows, and then you get a pot of sage and you just give the house a sage out, really smoke it out, and then open the windows up, and you'll feel a lot more better. Because I feel like you're stifled at the moment, and that's the feeling you're sort of overwhelmed. I feel it's the energy around you and what's going on in your life. So it's a very simple thing to do. Just clear the energy around you. You'll start to get more insight. And the other thing is pray for help. Amy Vass, I wonder if my brother Peter has a message. Just miss him. Look, Amy, I feel you are a person that you're very spiritual. You have a lot of people around you that, come to you for advice. And I feel Peter's telling me this because he said you've always been a good person. I've got a mail telling me that you're always there for everyone, is what I'm hearing. He's telling me you're always there for everyone. And you don't have time to miss anyone, Amy, because you're always on the go. You're always doing things, and also you talk on the phone a lot, is what I'm getting. So I feel that you really need to take time for you, which would be really good. And also I feel flowers would be really nice for you. And if it's possible to, make a little garden. Okay, Donnie Schmidt, my 11-year-old son passed in August. Unexpected, please. Any messages? Donnie, the first thing I'm getting is I feel that your son passed quickly. I don't feel he suffered a pain. And as soon as he died, I get whoosh, he went right out of his body like he was in a hurry. I feel that he's come around when he first passed, but now I'm feeling that he's kind of moved on and he's getting on with his life in the spirit world. I feel there were so many things that he wanted to do, but he didn't have the opportunity to, is what he's saying. But there's no sadness around him. I feel he comes through with a lot of joy. I feel towards the end, he said it was very quick, very quick, very quick, is what he keeps saying. He's just sending his love to you, and he's telling me that you were a very good dad. And he's telling me that you're stronger. Also, let your friends come in, Dad. Let your friends come in, is what he keeps saying, because I feel you've got some great friends around you that want to give you lots of support. But you know, he was a wonderful soul. He was very wise for his years, and I feel he had beautiful eyes. And you know, he really taught you how to open yourself up and love at a difficult time in your life. Okay, Sharon Timbers. I'm wondering if my legal compensation will be okay. So stressed, Kerrie. Sharon, I know, because it's been a struggle, hasn't it? Because I feel that you haven't been given a lot of help. There's a lot of confusion around you, but I am seeing the Justice card, and I do feel that you will have a small breakthrough, but then I'm getting, it mightn't be exactly what you want, so there may be another choice for something else coming up. It's sort of like it's not a win-win, it's sort of like a small win is what I'm getting. And it's just been going on and on with delays and time and that, and it's just driving you crazy. I'm being told in the meantime you kind of need just to move on and start other things and stop stressing about this, because it's almost like it's caught up in red tape, in a system where you don't have any control. And that's what's stressing you, because it's about, you know, you want it now, but sometimes these things are really taken out of our hands. So the best thing for you is to light a candle every day and just pray to the angels to bring a good outcome. At the moment, I feel it's kind of like a no-win. It's just very stressful, very hard. But at the end, if you're patient, I do feel that you will have a happy result in the end, is what I'm getting. But it's kind of delays, stops and starts. Okay, Julian Anderson. My mother is 91. She weighs 32 kilos. She's just had an operation, and I'm so worried about her, Kerrie. Will she be okay? Look, with your mother, Julian, I feel she's very strong. She might be 32 kilos, but boy, has she got a strong mind. And I just feel she's very tired, though. She's very tired. You just need to send her love. The main thing with her is, look, I really believe when you have operations, it's very important to let the sun in, the light. And I just feel she's very miserable at the moment, and she's not sure if she wants to be here, is what I'm getting, but she does have a very strong mind. So I feel you need to tell her that, you know, she's very much needed and you don't want her to go, but I feel she's got her mind made up with what she wants to do. So I feel she'll do what she wants anyway. Look, and that doesn't mean that she doesn't love you, but I feel when people come to a certain age, when they make their mind up with what they want to do, it's like they've had enough and they just want to get out of that frail old body that's dragging them down. I still feel that when she does pass, she still will contact you. She'll give you little signs and she'll be there for you. Okay. Alisa, is it?
Alicia.
Sorry, Alicia. I'm having trouble, a bit tongue-tied tonight.
There's so many spirits running around in here.
Yeah,
It's not surprising.
Yes. Okay. Kerrie, I lost my dad. I'm hoping he's with me, or can you guide me? The third thing I'm getting with you is I don't know if he wore a hat. I could see one standing next to you who's got a hat on. He might, in his younger days, he might have liked sport, is what I'm getting. He's a character, your dad. I feel he had a very big sense of humour and he liked to see the bright side of things, is what I'm getting. He sends his love to everyone, and he's telling me there's going to be some sort of decisions for you coming up that you need to think very, very carefully about. And when you make the right decision, you've got great rewards coming, and he's clapping his hands. And also, he's telling me that you've always wanted to travel and do things like that. And he said he wants to come with you. So when you go, you need to take a small picture of him, you know, either on your phone or in your bag or, you know, something like that, because he wants to come too, is what he's saying. I think he'll be off with you because he said she's always wanted to go everywhere, is what he's saying. So you will have the opportunity to do all those things that you dreamt about. And I think you'll have your father as a chaperone. Okay, is that Diana?
Diana Alexu.
Just started a new job. Will I be successful in this role? Look, Diana, the first thing I'm getting is you're really you're feeling like the imposter. I know I've felt the same, you know, when I've had great opportunities come to me. And at the moment, you're a little bit overwhelmed, but I feel it's a time thing for you. I feel whatever you do, you're really good at. And it's just that it's a bit like jumping into the unknown. And, you know, it's really hard. But what I'm hearing is that you really need to, if you can't understand everything, you really need to ask for a little bit of help, a little bit of TLC, please, because it is a new job, and keep going, because I do feel that you'll be very good at what you do. You've got great success around that. So just believe in yourself. And, it happens to all of us. I think it might be a woman thing.
It is.
We get these opportunities and we think, oh, my God, how did I get that? I feel like I'm an imposter, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Imposter syndrome.
It's called the imposter syndrome, which is so ridiculous, so stupid, because we wouldn't have got the job in the first place. We wouldn't have got the contract. We wouldn't have got that opportunity if we were imposters, would we?
No.
And I feel that you will shine with time, and I feel there may be a woman who's going to help you, is what I'm getting. So just ask for a little bit of assistance, and don't be silly, because, people are there to assist you when you need it. Okay, Donna Clark. Hi, Kerrie. I'm new. Loving the show. Could I please have a card? Okay, for you, Donna, I feel that there may be some sort of new work opportunities coming up, or something to do with some sort of new study that you might be looking at. I also feel that, I don't know if you're an avid reader, but I also feel that you could be sort of doing blogs, writing or something like that, because I feel you really need to express yourself. Because when I look at you, you kind of remind me of a flower. You're starting to blossom. You're really starting to come into yourself, and I can see those beautiful petals slowly sort of opening up. So really, Donna, be open to opportunities, be open to explore new things, and just enjoy yourself. You're a beautiful girl, and I feel your spirituality is just really starting to kick in. Melissa Turnbow, will I meet someone soon? And any insight why my children treat me so badly? The first thing I get for you, Melissa, is I feel that they've watched how you allow people to treat you. Because in a way, you're what we call the doormat, and you allow people to walk over you. But I do feel that there's some big changes coming up for you, big changes. It's about boundaries. It's about telling your children, I don't give you permission to talk to me like that. And once you've done that, I feel that they won't. They will start to treat you in a proper way. So it's all about you having respect for yourself. It's about you sort of saying no, and about you having boundaries. And you've got to stop chasing them and rewarding them. I used to do it all the time. I used to chase after my kids, ring them up at 6 o'clock in the morning. How are you? What are you doing? They probably thought I was a nutcase. And after a while, I just sort of learnt to let go, because I wasn't helping them. I was actually disempowering them. So, Melissa, you really need to, Donna, who was I talking to?
You were here with Melissa.
Melissa, you really need to really step back and stop giving in to the kids, is what I'm getting. Okay, sorry about that. I started to think about my own doormat syndrome.
It was Melissa. She was looking to why her children was treating her so bad.
Terrible. And actually, in the bark flower remedies, there's a remedy you can take called, can't even think. What's it called? I think I might have given it to you.
You have given it to me.
It's called the Doormat Syndrome. And it's, I can't think, but it's in the bark flowers. There's 38 bark flowers, and you can take them. But also making the same mistakes is called chestnut bud, which is really good. Chestnut bud. But it's about speaking up. It's about really speaking up and saying no, boundaries, I'm not going to do that. And stop doing things for them all the time. Stop doing things for them all the time. As a mother, we do it all the time, don't we?
We do.
And, you can do it with friends too that can really take a big advantage of you.
Now, Kerrie, we've got a couple of ladies here that would like them keep missing out on cards. So I've put down the two ladies who have begged and pleaded.
Okay. Well,
Danielle Arthur and...
Okay, you can pick a card for Danielle Arthur.
All right, Danielle, let's have a look. Danielle, Judgment. Oof, that's a nice big card. So now we know why you were looking for a card. So there's bigger decisions coming to a head for you at the moment. So this is literally the dead rising from the graves for the great judgment day. So it's literally saying that situations are moving to a point where big decisions will be made.
Good things are coming.
Yeah. From this point, you will actually get clarity and be able to move forward. So I would expect everything that's happening to start moving you forward to better things.
Yes, I really feel that you've had a standoff situation going on. Okay, Mel Luck, a card, please. The card I'm getting for you is the Chariot. I love this card because it's all about the victory card. My dad asked me once, he said, have I got cancer? And I pulled this and I said, no, Dad, you got the victory card. But the Chariot isn't as lovely as it looks.
Mm-hmm.
With the Chariot card, it's like really hanging on and riding hard. It's a very powerful time for you at the moment, Mel. So it's about riding hard and just moving forward, and you'll get that. It might be bumpy on the road, but you'll get exactly what you want, because whatever you want, whatever you're going for, whatever you need, you will get what you want. But you're going to have to really not sit on the beanbag and do nothing, but really go for it with every essence of your being.
Yep.
So the Chariot card is a rewards card, but you have to really work for it, and you hang on as tight as you can, and whoa, no matter the odds, you'll get exactly where you're supposed to go.
There's a lot. I'm going to read this one too, Kerrie, as our last question of the night, because it's coming from Tanya Lee, and she says, "Hi, Kerrie, I'm going through chemo once again and starting stem cell therapy next week. Do you see a light at the end of this tunnel?"
I do, actually. I was thinking about you today because I had a feeling that you were going to get in contact with us, and I feel that you really need to look at the cutting of the ties meditation on my website, which is about, I feel you've had a lot of hurt in your life, and I feel it's got a lot to do with relationships. Personal relationships in your life is what I'm getting, because you're probably an odd bod like us. We're oddballs. We're not the norm. And, sometimes, we have a really hard time. But, enough is enough, Tanya, because I feel that there's still something very deep inside of you that you are not able to really see, because you're such a lovely person. You're so lovely, and it's like you struggle a lot. So really do the white room exercise. Do the white room exercise. And look, if anything negative's there, just remove it on. And you need to cut the ties with a situation, or it could be a parent, a lover, someone that's really hurt you when you were young, especially the ages 7 and 14. And really cut the ties, and I feel that will really help with the healing. And that will, I feel for you that, you've got some opportunities there which are really going to help you. I feel that you will go into remission, because I feel the cancer, I feel it's emotional with you, don't you?
I do get a really deep sense of emotion.
Sadness, great sadness.
I do. I feel that there is a great sadness. And like Kerrie, not being a medium like Kerrie, I'm a
And you've
clairvoyant.
got depression around you too.
Yeah, I feel the deep sadness in you.
There's a deep sadness, and I feel it's killing you.
Yeah, and I sense white light. So I would say to you, Kerrie's right. Let's get rid of some of these cords that are all around you.
Yes, and when you do that, you will have a breakthrough. But, you're a very brave girl, and I feel that, your time's not over yet, but it's always your choice, isn't it? Even though you may have made a soul choice that this is what you want to do, as I've said before, you can change the karma around you.
Absolutely.
You do have a choice. So look at your emotional life, look what's going on. Say, I've already done that. But go deeper and have a look at something inside of you, because you've lost all joy, all happiness, and all energy around you. It's kind of like you're giving up, but you can't give up. You need to go deeper and just try some of those very simple meditations I've got. And I do feel that you'll have a breakthrough is what I'm getting.
I feel that you're a very brave person, and Kerrie and I are sending you so much love and support.
And get rid of the anger and forgive everyone that have been an arsehole to you.
Yep, you have to. You have
just
to do
let
that.
go of them. You can even write letters to yourself or letters to them, and then just burn it in the fire. You
like
really need to offload. I'm a fire person. You're more of a barrier.
I bury things. Yeah. I'm an earth person. I dig holes and hold my own burials.
I found when I've tried to bury people, I see them kind of like a few weeks later walking past me and confronting me. So it doesn't work for me. So I just feel like to zap them in the fire.
I do use fire, though. I do use fire as a very quick tool for burning away negativities. I take people's negativities and burn them.
Anyway, for Tanya, we'll pick a card.
Lovely. Tanya, this is a great card coming up here.
It's all positive, Tanya.
Wheel of Fortune for you. Wheel of Fortune is the guardians, the gatekeepers standing over you. It's the fates at play, and it's that positive energy of the wheel turning in life. So I would say we've got a really good fighting chance here. And before we move on, I'll pick a card for the next 2 weeks before we come back on. Okay. Oh, I like that. That's us. Okay, this next period for the next 2 weeks is all about staying optimistic, having great clarity, really moving forward. This is a time for you to rejoice, a time for you to acknowledge
who you are as a soul, a time for you to have laughter, a time for you to have fun, a time for you to try things you've never tried before because you've got great success around you. Things are there for you to be drawn in.
And that sun represents the fire energy and the fire season we're about to begin.
It's a very powerful time in the next 2 weeks, so really enjoy the full moon on Friday, everyone. Maybe get a towel and go for a little bit of a moon bake.
Yeah, get some
That's
moonlight.
good to do. I used to run
energy.
those groups before.
Did you? I bet you did.
We never took off our, we never
I was
took
going to
off.
ask, is this a naked secret?
No, it wasn't naked. It was usually drums. I thought
drumming. Okay.
No, I'd never take my bra off, honestly. No, but we used to play drums. We used to have full moon drumming sessions and Yahoo and carry on. It was so much fun. So much fun.
That sounds lovely.
Enjoy the full moon, everyone.
Yes, we shall.
And light a candle for the flood victims. There you go. Whoa, just got burnt.
And for what's happening overseas in the Ukraine and in Russia.
Which I feel it's going to come to a standstill soon.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it's going to be a complete turnaround is what I'm getting, and it's going to take the Russian people and the Ukraine people a very long time to get over this. But I feel that Putin has been an evil man for a very long time. And it's like I said before, and what we said before, it's about seeing the clarity in everything around us.
We've been talking about past life. So to me, Putin believes he's Peter the Great.
Of course he does. He's disillusional.
I think he thinks he's reincarnated from Peter the Great.
Yes, of course he does. But remember, karma's a bitch, guys. So light those candles, stop stressing over everything. We're praying for that damn rain to stop. And also, I'm praying every day for climate change because the government doesn't seem to be recognising it, unfortunately. It's very real. Very, very real. So love and blessings. We'll see you Easter time. We'll have lots of Easter eggs. And celebrations. We will. And what are we doing next time?
She says we will have Easter eggs.
I'll be watching Violet eat the eggs.
Violet can't eat the eggs anymore because Violet's expanding. Because Kerrie won't eat the chocolate, so Violet eats the chocolate.
I don't eat chocolates, no.
Yeah, she buys them though, and Violet eats them.
I like to watch other people. I like to watch other people.
You know what? I have a bit of that fascination. Go on, eat the cake. Go on,
yeah,
eat
but
the
you
cake.
know, I'm a feeder. I feed people. So there you go.
I can't be fed anymore. I need to jog.
Okay. Well, anyway, have a lovely 2 weeks, everyone. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And
take care, everyone. Make sure you like, share the page. We'll have a little bit of an Easter comp or something coming up for you. Please,
we'll give some books away.
Yep, stay tuned to Kerrie's page so you get all the updates.
And also, I'm sorry I had to postpone my show.
Yeah, well, unfortunately,
due to the
COVID again.
And I think that it's probably more the second part of the year.
Yeah, we're going to wait for nice, clear clarity so that we don't have so much of that sort of
Not
energy.
during COVID at all.
Yeah, so just remember, like, share, watch the page, get the updates because we're going to run some stuff coming up. It gives you the alerts for when we're live. And if we've missed your question tonight, don't be disheartened. Come back. We try and get through as many as we can. We're going to have a lot of card reads.
And if you like the topic tonight, share it with your friends.
Yeah. And let us know what other topics you like. We're open to all things.
We sure are. Thank you very much. And
bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.